Have you ever wondered if the Garden of Eden was not just a paradise of God's creation, but an ancient project built by powerful beings who shaped the destiny of mankind? What if Eden itself was not a mystical dreamland, but the blueprint of civilization, designed by architects from beyond the stars, the Anunnaki? Stay with me, because in this journey we are about to uncover the lost story of the Anunnaki, the mighty architects of Eden, whose fingerprints can still be seen in ancient texts, sacred sites, and the very DNA of humanity. According to the ancient Sumerians, the oldest known civilization of Mesopotamia, the world was not created in silence. It was engineered. The Anunnaki, whose name means those who came down from the heavens, descended upon Earth thousands of years ago. They arrived not to observe, but to build. Their landing place, as preserved in Mesopotamian myths, was the land between the rivers, the cradle of civilization, the fertile valley between the Tigris and Euphrates. This was Eden, not in the sense of a wild garden, but a sacred estate, a carefully planned domain of order, abundance, and divine presence. Here, the Anunnaki laid the first foundations of agriculture, teaching humankind how to plant, irrigate, and harvest. They built ziggurats that mirrored the stars, temples that aligned with celestial movements, and cities like Eridu and Nippur, believed to be among the first centers of divine rule. But Eden was more than a garden, it was a workshop of life. Ancient texts hint at a deeper mystery, the creation of mankind itself. In the Sumerian tablets, the Anunnaki are described as genetic architects. They took the essence of clay, a symbol of Earth's raw matter, and infused it with the blood or essence of a god. The result was not just humanity as we know it, but a designed species, created to serve as helpers, laborers, and companions in the divine project of civilization. In Genesis, Adam is formed from the dust of the ground, and life is breathed into him. In the Sumerian story, Adamu is crafted by the Anunnaki, placed within Eden to tend the gardens of the gods. Both stories echo the same truth. Eden was a controlled environment, a divine experiment, overseen by its mysterious architect. When we look at ancient structures across the world, we see the same fingerprints of architectural genius. The ziggurats of Mesopotamia, the pyramids of Egypt, the megaliths of Baalbek in Lebanon, and even the stone circles of ancient Africa. These sites whisper of knowledge beyond their age. In Eridu, often called the first city, the temple of Enki, god of wisdom and water, rose as a sanctuary of divine presence. In Nippur, the city of Enlil, the command center of the gods, the calendar and laws of heaven were believed to be established. Could it be that Eden was not a single garden, but a network of sacred sites, each one part of a greater blueprint laid out by the Anunnaki? A grid of power, aligned with the stars, marking Earth as a territory of divine design. But not all knowledge was meant to be shared. The story of Eden carries a warning, one that appears both in the Bible and in Sumerian myth, the danger of forbidden wisdom. The fruit of the tree of knowledge was not just food, it was insight, awareness, the awakening of human independence. In Sumerian tradition, this forbidden act echoes in the rivalry of the Anunnaki themselves. Enki, the god of wisdom, is said to have loved humanity and given them hidden knowledge, teaching them writing, agriculture, and even the secrets of the heavens. But Enlil, the stern overlord of the Anunnaki, saw mankind as dangerous, too rebellious, too ambitious. To him, humanity was created to serve, not to rise. This clash between gods over mankind's destiny shaped the myth of Eden. The exile of Adam and Eve, the punishment of humanity, is the echo of this ancient divine conflict. The myths continue with catastrophe. Humanity, empowered by knowledge and multiplying beyond control, angered the gods. The texts speak of the Great Flood, an event mirrored in the Bible's story of Noah, the Sumerian tale of Utnapishtim, and even traditions from Africa, India, and the Americas. Before the flood, humanity had walked side by side with the gods. After it, the bond was broken. The Anunnaki architects withdrew, leaving behind only fragments of their design, scattered across ruins and sacred texts. Eden was no more, but its memory lived on in myth, a paradise lost, a world once ordered by divine architects, now hidden beneath time and mystery. Even today, echoes of Eden remain. The patterns of sacred geometry in ancient temples, the alignment of megaliths with solstices and stars, the myths of divine teachers who came from the heavens, all point back to the Anunnaki. Was Eden truly a garden, or was it the first city? Was Adam a man of clay, or the result of genetic design? Were the Anunnaki gods, aliens, or symbols of forces we cannot yet comprehend? One thing is certain, the myth of the Anunnaki architects of Eden reveals more than a story. It is a mirror of humanity's origin, a reminder that our beginnings may have been carefully shaped, not by chance, but by hands that reached down from the stars. So, when you hear the word Eden, think beyond the image of a simple garden. Think of it as the grand design of the first architects of civilization, a place where humanity was created, nurtured, and tested, a place where knowledge was both a gift and a curse. And perhaps, as we gaze upon the ruins of ancient cities and look up to the same stars that the Anunnaki once aligned their temples with, we too are searching for Eden, not as a lost paradise, but as the blueprint of who we are and where we truly come from. Because the question remains, if the Anunnaki built Eden once, could they return to build again? If you enjoyed this journey into the mysteries of the Anunnaki, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more explorations of ancient myths and hidden histories.